Hey, what's up guys, this is Brad with Spite Fitness, and I am going to be benching, no, I'm lying to you, I'm going to be squatting today. Fuck, I can't even remember what I'm doing. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask. I always tell my wife that there's no such thing as multitasking, right? Multitasking is just doing a couple things really badly. Anyway, bottom line is today is squat day, being Friday. Friday, August 17th, I think today? 17th? We'll see. Let's find out. Yep, 17th today. Anyway, so it'd be the first time trying to squat since I tore whatever the hell it was that I tore. So I'm going to go through some range of motion stuff with just the bar and just make sure that it's comfortable. And I am just going to see what I can do, see what I can accomplish and not hurt myself. And it's kind of interesting because I put out a little video on Instagram about kind of trying to deadlift in the wake of the tear and whatever else. And my good friend Brian Alsrew reached out and, was congratulating me for, staying after it and all that other stuff, and made a comment about how much hate he received for, continuing to push, even in light of some of his injuries and things like that. And so for you guys that are out there, just understand that don't treat sticking points like stopping points. So just because you receive an injury or something kind of doesn't go the right way for you, doesn't mean you just have to give up entirely and stop. You just find a way to pivot and adapt and continue to do something, making sure that it doesn't hurt, right? So pain is bad, but discomfort is tolerable. And so as long as you can kind of stay in that threshold of it feeling good or being slightly uncomfortable but tolerable, that you're probably safe, generally speaking. See your doctor in case you have more specific questions. But if it hurts, stop. And so that's what I intend to do. So I have the tear, you've seen the bruising and all that other stuff. The leg's actually still quite bruised up. And I'm just gonna see what I can do, and if it hurts, I'll stop. So we're gonna get into it and check out the workout. Hopefully I don't embarrass myself.
All right, gonna do a little voiceover here with what we're doing. Just kind of trying to demonstrate some of the bruising in the leg and just show that that's still kind of quite bruised. And if you look here and you kind of get a glimpse of the hamstring on that right leg, you can see the significant bruising on the back of the hamstring as well. So this being the first chance I had to squat since injury, I'm basically just trying to feel the bar, feel the range of motion, feel the movement. And you can see my heels are rising, quite a lot, even with my squat shoes on, with this. And, I found this to be very, very uncomfortable. Kind of change my position and move my feet out a little bit, trying to find something that might be a little less uncomfortable, but really just mad uncomfortable for this.
There's a ton of pain. So the pain really isn't even in my leg. It's like right up in my groin at the bottom, like right in the hole. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to hit the depth that I normally would. So I may find a box and try to squat off a box. I'll keep warming up a little bit and see how it feels, but I may end up having to switch to a box. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? Find your limitations, work around them.
So then here, move in and using a box. This was much, much more comfortable, and I was able to kind of get through a range of motion without any discomfort. So that's kind of what we stuck with going forward.
Oh yeah, way more manageable. Yeah, I don't get nearly the pinching and the pain in the bottom with using the box. So I think it's just my first chance squatting in like 2 weeks now, because I did it on a Monday, so I missed that week's squat training. I didn't train at all the next week, so it's been 2 weeks since I've trained, squat at least. So we're gonna do some box squats just so I can get some training in on the legs and just see what we can do. So you got to stay comfortable, but just trying to show you guys that level of adaptation, like what it takes. You feel it, you just gotta discover what isn't gonna hurt, and you work around. And it's all done on the fly. Sometimes you're not gonna know what you can do or can't do. You just gotta give it a whirl. Now, the other thing about it is, understand too that there's some level of fear. Not that there's no fear associated with what we're doing. There's no way that Brian Alsrew or any other top athlete doesn't have some measure of fear or reservation about pushing the envelope and trying. But it's not going to stop them. It's not going to stop them, and it's not going to stop me. So, the difference is, it's not the guys that push the envelope don't experience fear. It's just that they go forward anyway. And you know, you don't have to find yourself on the bleeding edge of you know, of whatever to make gains and to push yourself and whatever else. You know, if there's whatever it is you're comfortable with. You know, if you're not comfortable taking some of the chances that you see maybe myself or other athletes take, that's on you. And that's perfectly fine. You don't have to take the same chances and do the same things as everyone else. Find your level of comfort, find your level of you know, goals and things like that, the things that you want to achieve, and then go about pursuing them. But then also be honest with yourself. If you're not reaching your goals and achieving the things that you want to achieve, did you push yourself hard enough? Did you take enough chances? So anyway, enough of the talk, back into the routine.
In continuing with the workout, I just want to demonstrate, you know, I got up to about 80 kilos, and I ended up doing, I think, 5 sets of 10 with his 80 kilos just to try to get some range of motion, get some blood, get some movement, you know, all the stuff that I've kind of talked about already. And, you know, I was really happy and satisfied with what I ended up doing during this particular session. For this bit here, what I'm trying to show you guys is kind of the way that I play sometimes and the way that I goof around. So even kind of being injured, I still try to explore and try different stuff. And so what I'm doing here is, you know, I got that band around my belt, and then I'm stepping on it, and I just wanted to see how this would feel, because the raw weight of the 80 kilos wasn't overly taxing, but there was some discomfort for it. And so I was just kind of curious if I were to use a band, you know, how that would feel, because obviously as I'm down there in the hole, it unloads, and then as I stand, it begins to be more intense. And so my thought was, you know, because I'm having pain and discomfort in the hole, perhaps if I use the band, maybe it'll allow me to get a little bit extra tension, a little bit extra work, without putting myself at any kind of an increased risk of hurting myself toward the bottom, you know, portion of the squat. And so I played with this. I did a set of, I think it's 10 that I do, and it just was something I wanted to explore with. And I just wanted to highlight this because this is one of the many ways that sometimes I just explore and try different things. And that's what I recommend for you guys. Explore, have fun, try different stuff. You'll never know what it is that you know, you end up liking. And here, what I'm just demonstrating is that I did the one set with the band. You can still see it hanging there. And I opted not to use it again just because it wasn't quite as comfortable or as, you know, whatever, as comfortable as I would have liked. So I gave it up and just did this last set without it. And that wrapped down the squatting for the day.
Well, I got a sweat going, so that's good. Yeah, so you can see, right? I was playing around a little bit, just kind of seeing how things felt, and leg was fine. I didn't really feel any pain through the leg, quad, hamstring, really even the adductor. Where I really started to feel pain was like up in the groin, where that original pop was. So, you know, just kind of discretion being the better part of valor. Decided to take it easy. Went with a box and work with kind of lightweight today. So 20, 40, 60, 80 kilos. So nothing to write home about. But I came in and I worked. And so coming in and getting some work in, getting a sweat, making my body go through range of motion, pumping blood is all great stuff. Way, way better than staying at home and feeling sorry for myself. So, you know, I guess I hope that serves as some measure of a lesson or some measure of inspiration. You don't have to come out and go, you know, balls to the wall all the time. You don't have to be crazy. You don't have to have the highest, newest, most fandangled training or cutting edge, you know, whatever equipment. You can really get by with just kind of a lot of basics, and you know, working the basics, working simplicity, and just not giving up. So I would not count today as the best squat session of my life, but I would definitely count today as a successful squat session. I did what I needed to do, and so now I'm going to go in and pivot into some accessory work. I'm going to go do some leg extensions and some curls. Again, just to kind of flush blood and hopefully facilitate some healing. So we're going to do that real fast, and then probably wrap up the workout. Yeah, here we go.
Now with this, guys, all I'm doing is just hitting some, you know, some rep work with some lightweight, and this is all about getting some blood into the area and just getting a pump and flushing. So real light. I ended up doing, I think, 3 sets of each extensions and curls. Again, just like I said, to get that pump and try to finish out the workout and feel good about myself. So it was a successful workout.
Okay, that's it, guys. Got in today, got some squatting done. A little bit of work. We talked about it already. Pretty good. I feel pretty good about myself. Feel pretty good about the workout, and gonna shut it down. I'm gonna go back and meet up with John, and I think we're gonna try to film a couple extra training talks with Coach John. So we're gonna get after it. What's going on, Johnny? Anyhow, yeah, I appreciate all the feedback on the videos recently. I really do appreciate those comments and stuff, guys. It means a lot when you guys check in and give me well wishes and all that stuff. So, you know, I know that I respond and I say thank you, but I want you to hear me say thank you. So, thank you, guys. I really do appreciate all that. That's it. I'm gonna wrap it down. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, or there's anything that I can help you guys out with, you know, leave a message below or hit me up on my email. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. And yeah, I appreciate that, guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. No matter what it is you think you can't do, train despite. You define an excuse, well, you're gonna find a way. Thanks for checking this one out, and we will see you in the next one, guys. Peace.